Thomas and the Guard. Thomas the Tank Engine is very proud of his branch line. He thinks it's the most important part of the whole railway. He has two coaches. He calls them Annie and Clarabelle. Annie can only take passengers, but Clarabelle can take passengers, luggage, and the guard. They're both old and need new paint, but Thomas loves them very much. As they run backwards and forwards along the line, they sing songs to each other. When Thomas starts from a station, he sings, "Oh, come along, we're rather late. Oh, come along, we're rather late." And the coaches sing, "We're coming along, we're coming along." They don't mind what Thomas says to them because they know he's just trying to please Sir Topham Hatt. And they know, too, that if Thomas is cross, he's not cross with them. One day they had to wait for Henry's train, which made Thomas very cross. How can I run my line properly if Henry is always late? He doesn't realize that Sir Topham Hatt depends on me. Thomas whistled impatiently. He wanted to leave, but he had to wait for Henry's passengers. At last Henry came. "Where have you been, lazybones?" asked Thomas. "Oh dear, my system is out of order. No one understands my case. You don't know what I suffer," moaned Henry. "Rubbish," huffed Thomas. "You're too fat. You need exercise." The guard blew his whistle, and Thomas started so quickly that he left him behind. The guard waved his red flag to stop Thomas, but he was well on his way, steaming out of the station. Come along, puffed Thomas. But Clarabelle didn't want to come. "I've lost my nice guard, I've lost my nice guard," she sobbed. Annie tried to tell Thomas what had happened. We haven't a guard, but he was hurrying and wouldn't listen. Annie and Clarabelle tried to put on their brakes, but they couldn't without the guard. Where is our guard? They cried. But Thomas didn't stop until they came to a signal. Bother that signal, said Thomas. What's the matter? I don't know, said the driver. The guard will tell us in a minute. They waited and waited, but the guard didn't come. Beep, beep, beep. Where's the guard? Whistled Thomas. We've left him behind, sobbed Annie and Clarabelle together. Everyone looked, and there was the guard running with his flags in one hand and a whistle in the other. He was very hot, so he had a drink, then told them all about it. I'm very sorry, Mr. Guard, said Thomas. It wasn't your fault, Thomas, said the guard. We all make mistakes. Look, the signal's down. We can go. Let's make up for lost time. Annie and Clarabelle were so pleased to have their guard again that they sang, as fast as you like, to Thomas all the way. They reached the end of the line quicker than ever before. Thomas goes fishing. Thomas's branch line has a station by a river. As he rumbled over the bridge, he would see people fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch, but his driver said no. What would Sir Topham Hatt say if we were late? Every time he met another engine, he would say, I want to fish. But they all had the same answer. Engines don't go fishing. Silly stick in the mud, thought Thomas. One day he stopped as usual to take some water at the station by the river. Out of order. Bother, said Thomas. I'm thirsty. Never mind, said his driver. We'll get some water from the river. They found a bucket and some rope and went to the bridge. The driver let the bucket down to the water. The bucket was old and had 5 holes, so they had to fill it up, pull it up, and empty it into Thomas's tank as quickly as they could, several times over. They finished at last. That's good, puffed Thomas, and Annie and Clarabelle ran happily behind. Suddenly, Thomas began to feel a pain in his boiler. Steam hissed from the safety valve in an alarming way. There's too much steam, said the driver. Oh dear, groaned Thomas. I'm going to burst. They damped down his fire and struggled on. I've got such a pain, Thomas hissed. They stopped just outside the last station, uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle, and ran Thomas, who was still fuming fit to burst, on the siding right out of the way. While the guard telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver wrote notices in large letters, which he hung on Thomas in front and behind. Danger! Keep away! Soon the inspector and Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Cheer up, Thomas, they said. We'll soon have you right. The driver told them what had happened. So the feed pipe is blocked, said the inspector. I'll just look in the tanks. He climbed up and peered in. Then he came down. Excuse me, sir. Please look in the tank and tell me what you see. Certainly, Inspector, replied Sir Topham Hatt. He clambered up, looked in, and nearly fell off in surprise. Inspector, he whispered, can you see fish? Gracious goodness me, how did the fish get there, driver? We must have fished them from the river with our bucket. Well, Thomas, so you and your driver have been fishing. But fish don't suit you. We must get them out. They all took turns fishing in Thomas's tank, while Sir Topham Hatt looked on and told them how to do it. When they had caught all the fish, they had a lovely picnic supper of fish and chips. That was good, said Sir Topham Hatt. But fish don't suit you, Thomas, so you mustn't do it again. No, sir, I won't, said Thomas sadly. Engines don't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable.